Hey everybody. Haha, you know it, Jiggin Jerry here. Well, it is that time of year again. I am headed to Yogi in the Smokies. That's right, on the Cherokee Indian Reservation in North Carolina. And I'll tell you, this trip is always beautiful. I get so excited when I start seeing the mountains as I approach. And the mountains are absolutely beautiful. And if the traffic's not bad, it is a total joy of a ride. Anyway, before you know it, the ride is over and I enter Yogi in the Smokies. That's right. So, fantastic campground. And of course, I love the fishing. That's why I am here. But I'm also here to enjoy myself and show you what you have to enjoy if you were to try to make the same trip. Anyway, we're pulling up to the ranger station, so I'm going to go ahead and check in, and already I see the beautiful river and somebody already fishing, and I am antsy to get started myself. So let's get started. So one of the first things I notice after I check into the ranger station is there's something going on the other side of the campground. So I run down there to check it out, and wouldn't you know, they are having a big powwow. So I had to peek real quick to see what was going on, and it looked like they were just having a great time. Well, I'll tell you what, I better get to my cabin pretty quick before this big woodpecker decides to pull them all apart, going after those nice, thick, juicy bumblebees that like to bore into the soffits and make themselves a nice little nest. I think he found himself a refrigerator or nice food storage. Now, the river's looking pretty good. Looking absolutely beautiful, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and gear up and set up my tackle here. And I'm going to start with live nightcrawler and then maybe move to some spinners to see what we can do. Alright, so now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some fluorocarbon that I put on the spool here, okay? It is 8-pound test. It is an ultra-thin fluorocarbon. Now, I use 8-pound test or 6-pound test fluorocarbon leader because of the structure in the rocks. And, of course, teeth, the fish's teeth. So, now, I pull off about 18 inches, and I tie a loop into the line, okay? Once I tie the loop into the line with the knot, I am going to grab a weight, which you'll see here, and I'm going to place the weight around the loop and pinch it just above the knot. That will hold the weight in place, okay? So after the weight is in place, I'm going to take and I'm going to tie my hook on the other end, all right? I usually use about a number 4 or smaller octopus hook. And I will be using pieces of live nightcrawler for the rest of the day and maybe go to spinner. It had rained earlier in the afternoon, so some of that washout's going to make them attracted to worms. I keep a swivel on my fishing line, okay, with a clip. So I just take that clip and I clip it to the loop. Now, the swivel, I like it like that because I can take that rig off as I please and switch to a spinner or even small rebels or other kinds of artificials when I want to. So I can go back and forth, and that's why I do that. And it works great. Plus, it helps your line from spinning in the current. Well, I had already been driving 6 hours to get here. Then we ran down after checking in and getting settled in the camp to check out the powwow. And I did get to sneak out and get some fishing in, but I have developed an appetite, so I am going to run back to camp, get something to eat, maybe take off my gear, and then just come back out and throw a line out a few more times at dusk to see what I can do.
I just went, ate some dinner at camp, and put my stuff away, took my gear off, and I decided for the heck of it, there's a little hatch of mayflies popping up right now. Grabbed the night crawler, decided to come over here in this pool and cast out and see what I can find. You just never know. You can never get enough fishing. You know how it is. You can never get enough. Woo, that was like it. A really good hit. What? Good jump, too. That birdie. It pays off to eat some dinner. Just grab a rod and come out anyway without getting all geared up, doesn't it?
Well, all right, I am going to head back to camp and start fresh again in the morning.
So here I am, walking Yogi in the Smokies campground, following the river, going to the camp, going after those mountain trout at the beautiful river in the background. You know, I come out here in May. It's a little chilly right now. I have to wear a little thermo shirt. It'll warm up, but it's not that warm right now. It's about 40 something degrees. But I'm gonna get in the 50s, probably the 60s this afternoon. These valleys are like that. But oh man, this river, beautiful. Fast moving water. Now, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Well, I'm gonna go fish some of these fast rapids here a little further down. The camp is packed this year. Look at this, look at this. Absolutely packed, but not many of them are fishing. That's better for me. Anyway, so we'll head down here and see what we can do. Get into some action. All right.